I tell you, we had a good game plan, I think, for this team, and slowed them down. These kids, they got no quit in them. Got down a little bit, got down on ourselves a little bit, but we got good senior leadership. We bounced back, and we didn't shoot the balls well tonight. I was looking at the stats. We got 2 kids in double figures. I don't think that's happened to us this year. But we find out, these kids always find out a way to win, and that's kind of how the game went. I feel like we just kind of was beating ourselves the whole game. We finally settled down, got things going, and started running our offense. And it was an exciting game to coach, and I imagine it was an exciting game to watch.
Question. We had 2 turnovers in the first half. You guys thrive on people just showing patience, and they weren't. And they kind of put you in a hole in the first half without patience. How frustrating is that?
Yeah, I think it was. I think that was a lot of the frustration with us was, we hadn't been in those spots yet this year, and how we're going to react is, how we're going to play. And at times we didn't react very good, but we got to be more patient with our offense. We're not getting enough touches sometimes, and that's the reason. Well, I tell them all the time, everybody touches the ball, let's just run some offense, get some movement. Because when you get impatient with another team and they're defending you really well, that's one reason that you get broke down. And we got to learn to be patient. And this game's going to help us for Saturday. It really is. It's going to help us because we're going to play a good team.
15 offensive rebounds and 19 second chance points. How big was your work underneath in getting you this win?
Yeah, we've been on the boards all year, and like I said, these kids aren't the biggest kids ever, but we hang around the rim, and we're active, and we control the boards pretty much. So, that's we rely on our defense and controlling the boards. That's our 2 big things. We know we can score with anybody, so if we can do those 2 things, we'll win a lot of games.
Coach, you guys got great fan turnout last year, great fan turnout this year. I mean, what does this win mean for the community as a whole?
Yeah, whenever we started, I thought we was at Highlander Field there for a second, all the chanting going on. It's great for these kids because it makes them feel comfortable when they're out there. Because it's how it is when you're on the court. You got nerves, and, they settle down. But those fans have been so great this year. It just, everywhere we go, we feel like the support's there. And, we just settle down and we play our game. And I know these kids are they're playing for these fans, and the fans are going to keep supporting them. And we're going to fill this place up Saturday.
Now, how big does this run mean for everybody? Not just you guys here, but everybody there. I was talking to some of your fans who are like, we've never even won a game here before.
Yeah, I mean, this is for the whole program. We've had some good teams come to state, and they can't get past that first game. So, we're trying to change the culture in Webster County. We got that first win under our belt. And we knew once we get that first win, we could settle down a little bit. And we have to change the culture for these younger kids that are playing in Webster County, that let them know, hey, you can come to the state tournament and win just like these guys did. And these guys have done a great job this year with that.
Cole, when you guys fall behind a little bit, and then and you're in a spot where you've never been before, what do you guys do or say to each other to kind of rally to overcome it and get back ahead? Because like I said, you can't rely on past experience. This hasn't happened before. What do you guys do and say?
We just don't give up, and we keep each other up. Don't let each other get down on each other. If we might start arguing, one of us will cut each other off and be like, hey, let's fix this right here, and just keep on going, keep on pushing, and don't stop.
Cole, I think you were scoreless in the first half the other day.
Yeah.
Second half.
Yeah.
Is there any carryover effect when you was looking 20 and 12 today? Obviously, you had a lot of big rebounds, a lot of big buckets,
Yeah.
but the last 6 quarters, you're playing pretty tough.
Yeah, I didn't like that first half the other day. I just didn't. I don't know. I couldn't get it going. Then finally, I started picking it up. Then this game, these 2 kept feeding me and kept helping me work down low, and we got it going.
Dorian, can you talk a little bit about what this run's meant and what it's like versus being part of this?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know. It's been my dream ever since ever since I was a kid. I mean, it's all of our dreams, going to the state championship and maybe winning. I want to win. I'm gonna try my hardest.
Dorian, how about that 3 you hit? It was, I believe, 38-36.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was sitting on the rim for 5 or 6 seconds.
Shooters.
Coach Johnson was saying you kind of thought the basketball gods maybe were smiling on you a little bit. What was going through your head after you shot that and kind of waiting to see?
I was like, shooters roll. That's how I shooters roll.
we just, one of the things we talked about is, one of the things we need to do is just settle down and get through our offense a little deeper. We were getting movement right at the beginning of our offense, but we wasn't getting very deep in our offense. And I think we were our own enemy at that time. We were forcing shots, and we just need to settle down and get everybody touches. And a lot of times when you force things, we don't have nobody around the ram. Everybody's, moving or going different directions, setting screens. So that was a big thing. I think settling down, running through our offense, and just relying on our defense was too. We're a defensive team, and we knew we could rely on that defense to help us get through that.
Coach, you played Park Catholic in the regular season, I know.
Yeah.
Been pretty impressed with the first 2 games. I just kind of give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, we played them in the LKC championship. That's a great team. The Allman kid's a really great shooter. They're really hard to handle. I think at that time he might have been in a little bit of a shooting slump. It seems like now he's shooting the ball pretty good. So, but I'll go back to they struggle a little bit with our defense too, and other teams have, and and a lot of teams in the state like to play man all the time, and we throw this. Now we're picking up kids at half court in a 2-3 zone. And we're spreading them out, and if they do get a shot up, it's a contested shot. It's not an easy shot. They didn't get any really easy shots tonight. I mean, we're in their face and closing out on all those shots. So that's going to be something they're going to have to work on too. And I think as long as we shoot the ball well and run through our offense really well and keep playing through our defense, we'll be okay.
What I don't understand is how teams, they just consistently, 27 games in, so impatient. I guess they think they see an opening.
Yeah.
And they try to do it, and it's not there. Your kids are so active, and that has, you want to get yourself in trouble to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because of how active you are.
Yeah, we close passing lanes really well in a zone. That has a lot to do with our length of our kids and knowing when to pressure a lane, or we work on that all the time, or when to drop off a lane and play the shooter. These kids do a really good job about that. So a lot of times kids will they'll think something's there, and all of a sudden it closes up. And we didn't play the skip pass very good tonight. That's one of the things we need to work on. We'll go through some film tonight and make sure we take care of that, because that's something they're going to see. That skip pass, we usually cover that pretty good, and I don't think we covered it really good tonight. So yeah, and we got to get some hands on that skip pass. We can't allow that. We can't allow our defense to have to rotate that quick. So we have to take care of that skip pass. That's going to help us.
Any further questions? All right, thank you all.
I mean, it's a tough one to sit here and talk about. First half, we controlled the ball game. Felt like we were getting everything we wanted. Offensively and then defensively, we felt like we had them frustrated. The only thing we talked about at halftime really was them out-rebounding us a little bit, and still looking at this right here, that's where they got us, was on the boards. Taylor and Holcomb, 24 rebounds. That stands out to me. That's significant. And then they give credit to Webster County. They stuck with it. They were frustrated. They battled through. The thing is, they didn't make too many adjustments for the second half. They stayed with their same zone defense, and I thought maybe we got a little timid in attacking it. Everything was still there that they gave us in their first half. We just didn't. I don't know. It seemed like we were afraid to make the pass at times, and when you're timid to make the pass to the guy that's open, it creates what it created, and we didn't make many shots, and Coach Gray has those guys rolling, man. 27-0. I mean, talked about in the locker room, the basketball gods are on their side. I mean, give credit to those kids. They battled. They could have tucked their tails between their and came out and not played in the second half, but they played for their county, they played for their school, and they got the victory. Congratulations.
Coach, they thrive on teams' impatience. They get up a couple buckets, and then teams force things. You guys didn't do that in the first half. You turnovers. Second half, it seemed like you were starting to kind of sometimes forcing the pass, entry pass, high post, things like that, and they just take advantage of that kind of thing. What do you think? Does that sound fair to you?
That sounds very fair. First half we talked about that too. We had 2 turnovers, and then we finished with 9. So that's, the turnovers in the second half, they got us. And you're right, we were forcing things, and we weren't hitting the open guy. There was several open guys in the short corner and in the post, and we just weren't hitting those guys. And kind of settling, and they're lengthy, they're athletic. And another thing I noticed is in the third quarter especially is every loose ball they scrap for, and at times we kind of stood around and watched. But my kids are great kids, and I'm losing 11 seniors, and I mean they rebuilt this program. It's not John Folks who did this. It's these 11 seniors that. They rebuilt the Trinity program, and they can walk out of here today knowing that they did that. And when we keep coming down here in the next several years, it's because of these guys. It's not me. It's not me at all. It's these young men. They're great kids. They work hard. They bought into everything I say. They bought into playing defense. They bought into the weight room. And there's no selfishness on this team. And that's what you got here. You got a great group of young men, and you're looking at your future doctors, lawyers, and maybe some sportscasters up here. So, these kids aren't done. They're going to be very successful, and I'm very proud of these young men.
Last sequence there, where you guys have the ball out of bounds, what were you trying to draw up?
I mean,
When they stole the inbound pass there.
yeah, we didn't have a timeout, and we were trying to get into the four-cut play where we get Briston on the block, or Joel, and coming off a screen from Daniel for a three-pointer, but it just never, materialized. I don't know. It was loud in there, and frustration, that sort of thing. We got a little impatient there too, and kind of forced that pass, and that was an end ball game there. So.
How's it been coming back from the knee? Difficult, just as far as your energy level in games and things like that.
It took a minute to get my wind back. It took a couple games there and a couple weeks of practice, but I just have to give thanks to the people that guided me along the way. Dr. William Post, who did my knee surgery, and then Ray Adams, who was my physical therapist. They prepared me completely to return from that. And then once I was back from my injuries, it was about a week or two only that it took me to get back into a rhythm. And I can't thank them enough for giving me the opportunity to play this game again.